Welcome back to the Parent's Guide to Winning Survival Minecraft. In the last episode, we actually won the game. Now that we've won the game, we can go back into the end and collect things that we need from the end. The big prize is elytra. At least the kids really like elytra. If you have kids, you're going to want to get them all elytra. That's the cool thing to have in the game. But as an adult who needs resources and wants to take resources with them, we're going to look at the Shulker Boxes being just as important of a resource to gather. And we're going to go ahead and figure out how we can go to find these end cities to get the Shulker shells and the elytras. Okay, here we go. We have won the game. We've made it back in here. Let's come in. Let's check out our inventory. We're going to need lots of building materials for where we're going. We're not going to need potions. My iron armor, while it was nice to have, I'm no longer going to need that. I'm not going to need that. We will keep the ender pearls, always handy. Same thing with healing, but we do not need the end ones anymore. I'm not going to need my dragon egg. The dragon egg, though, I'm going to put in here. Because, yeah, it's kind of valuable. I want to be able to take it with me. I'm going to go ahead and move in some of the things that are valuable into here. Like the blaze rods. The blaze powder is probably not as important. I don't need one. I can make multiple blaze powder. From the rods, we're going to need another lodestone. We're going to need another compass. And we're going to need the head. This will come in very handy as we get into the end part. I'm going to go ahead and grab this pickaxe. And I'm going to use that to mine the... No, we're going to leave this here. I'm going to leave all this here. I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to need any of that stuff. We've got all of our stone. We're going to bring that along with us. I'm probably going to bring this along with me. Because what we're going to do, as you saw in the previous episode when we won the game, we have to be able to build over the void. Previously I used just stone blocks. But what we can do is we can turn the stone blocks into slabs, which allows you to... allows your stone blocks to go longer than what you would normally have. I've got more than enough stone here to kind of get from spot to spot. We got a bunch of this end stone as well. We got some ender pearls. I'm probably not going to need all those ender pearls, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a bunch of these back in here. We'll keep 16 on us. We'll go ahead and keep that on us. Okay. At this point, we've got everything we need in our inventory. The pumpkin head, we'll show you when we're going to need that. But for the most part, we're not going to need it right away. Because the endermen really aren't a huge problem, other than they can kill you. But when we're building between islands, as we'll see, we're going to probably... I'm going to put the pumpkin head on so that they won't attack me. Because what I'm really worried about is not them hitting me for damage, but for them knocking me off my 1 block wide bridge. Okay, let's go back to the end. And we end up back on our little thing here. And let's try not to fall off the edge. This is the most stressful part of the game. Because I can't emphasize enough that falling is absolutely devastating. You will lose everything and you will have to go back and get it going. So the portal back over here... As we run through, oh, there's still some more experience laying around. That's cool. Let's gather that up. But as you see, this portal is going to take us back to the world we were just at. But when we kill the dragon, a second portal is created. Gather up all this experience. 64 levels, nice. And this portal over here is the one we want to go to. This is the one that's going to take us out into the islands and hopefully allow us to find... these guys are going to hit us still. Allow us to find where we want to go. They're usually up in the air, which is annoying. Oh, okay, really? Come on. Where'd you go? I don't really want to fight you. Okay, so let's start building up. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make... So I'm going to try to keep looking down so they don't hit me, but... It doesn't always work. Okay, so we're going to build up here. Yeah, I'm not, you know, if we have the feather falling, it's not really a fear of falling. The fear is falling over into the void over there. So as we build up to this, I'm going to be mindful of what's over there. Looks like there's some more down below, but okay, so we're building up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and build back in for safety purposes. Okay, so we're over here. Now what I'm going to do is build a platform because you can't be too careful when you're up here, I'll be honest. And always crouch if you feel like it's over a void like this. So I'm going to crouch a little bit here as I'm going to come over here because yeah, we really don't want to fall down there. That would really be bad. And I'm going to build a platform pretty much all around this. Hopefully it will keep us safe from falling. Okay, I just kind of build myself in here. Okay, so I can fall down here. Let's dig this one up. Okay, so now we've got ourselves a platform to come up here. Now all we got to do is look into this, grab an ender pearl, and throw it in. One of the things you need to have is an ender pearl to make all this work. So it's always good to have 3 or 4 ender pearls with you at all times, because that's the only way you can travel between these portals. So I'm going to use 1 ender pearl going into this portal. We're going to need another ender pearl coming out. I've got 16. We're all good there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this, and we end up on top of a plant. That's cool. So what we're going to do is you want to set your render distance high, and we're looking on these distant islands for basically a giant tower. And if we're lucky, the tower will have a ship, a boat with it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are super lucky here. Are you kidding me? Okay. So these towers that you can see right there are what we're looking for. What we also want is one with a boat attached. You can see one over here. And there's another boat over here. And I think that's a boat over there as well. I have to laugh because there's been so many times when I have come into the end and spend an hour searching just for one of these towers. And I see 1, 2, 3, and possibly a 4th one just standing on top of this. 5th one. That's crazy. That's crazy good luck. I'm not joking. That is just really good luck. So what I want to do at this point, I'm going to have to kind of come off this tree. You can actually cut this down and get the berries, which is, let me go ahead and make it. Fortunately, it all just kind of falls down. You can collect this fruit. You can eat the fruit. Sometimes you'll get the flower. If you can get the flower, you can plant them in the overworld. So that's my portal going out. So what I want to do at this point is come down here. Really? Y'all are going to hit me? Ow. And drop a load. Come on. Who's attacking me? Is it you? Okay, come here. You're going to die. And grab my compass. And sync up with this. So this gets me back to here. Because we're going to go island to island. We're going to go to that island. He died. Okay, so now to stop them from attacking you, you can put the pumpkin head on. And, okay, so they'll stop attacking me now, unless they've already started attacking me. So now we're headed towards this tower over here. Go ahead and eat. So if you don't want them to attack you while you're running around, you can just put the pumpkin head on and be able to get from spot to spot. Okay, so now I need to be able to get over to that island over there. We could try to throw an ender pearl. That's a little bit of a long throw. I'm not quite confident I'm going to make it. Now, normally in this situation, I would turn these into slabs so that I can build more. But since I can see all of these towers pretty much right next to each other, I'm going to just go ahead and build with the full blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and crouch. Always crouch when you're doing this. You know, in the old days, you had to, like, go backwards and do this. But somewhere along the lines, they made the mechanics so that if you have nothing below you, it places it next to it. And we got our pumpkin head on. Enderman won't attack us. And we can, again, always crouch while you're doing this. Always crouch. I can't emphasize enough how important it is. Whenever you move on these bridges, crouch. You can never be too safe. Never be too safe, because it's just nothing but death. But okay, let's just go ahead and build over to the island. Okay, we safely made it across that expanse. As you can see, it can take quite a few resources to make it across. But we've made it across, and now we continue our journey to this one over here. I'm going to guess we're probably going to have to, if we're lucky, we don't have to cross any more expanses. And we might get lucky here. And we're going to make our way over here to the first tower. Okay, we have successfully made it to the first tower. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because you need to be able to see. And the entrance is over here. These are the shulkers. This is what you want to kill. And those right there are the shulker shells. These are what you want to collect. The shulker shells allow us to make shulker boxes. And as we see in a little bit, the shulker boxes can be really handy. In fact, I'll probably make one here. And the downside to these guys right here is their attack is to make you float. Which in a room like this is not a big deal because you're capped on how high you can go. It gets a little more dicey when you make it outside of, of these things. So these towers are just kind of these weird mechanisms. You got to go up. They have these little jumps, and if you miss, you fall. It's really annoying, but yeah, it's just part of the game. Something you learn to be able to navigate when you come down to these. Kind of tedious, and if you make a mistake, you fall. Again, we've got feather falling, so I am not particularly worried about falling, but we want to go up to the top. This is where the shulkers are going to be, and this is where the boats are going to be when we have it. This is just a one without. Look at them all firing their stuff down at me. And there we go. We float. And then when you float, you just kind of come over towards them and hit them as best you can. Try to kill them. But they'll take you to the top. And up here, there is going to be loot. And usually pretty good loot, to be honest. So we'll go ahead and grab. That was not a very good one. But this one, yeah, here we go. Diamonds. Thorns, protection 3. We'll go ahead and collect the iron. We'll go ahead and collect that. I really don't need that. Okay, so we're up here. Let's go ahead and... Let me go ahead and... I'm just going to go ahead and break this. Break this chest. We're going to go ahead and use this chest instead of making a new one. Okay, sometimes you'll find ender chests up here, which can be really handy. So I'm going to take... You can take the chest. Let me put a crafting stone down. Or a crafting table down, and we can make what they call a shulker box. So I'm going to grab a shulker box here. And the shulker box is like a chest, but I can put things into it, like all these valuable stuffs that I have found. Let's see. We'll keep the gold and stuff. And then I can come in here, and I can break it, and instead of it destructing, it recreates itself, so I can then drop it, and basically this gives me portable storage to be honest, and that is really cool because if you have a bunch of these you can carry a lot of stuff with you. But for now, I've got one that will help me carry the stuff I find here. And now I'm going to come find these guys. I'm going to drop on him. Come on. Kill him. See if I can get some more shells. Someone else hit me over here. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Are you going to give me some shells? Is there anybody else here? So I'm going to kind of float over here, and eventually I'll fall. And you can kind of work your way down through there. I'm not very good at it, so I just end up falling. But guess what? We have feather falling, so it's not going to hurt us. Although, so this tire doesn't really have much in it. But that's okay. We were able to get some shulker shells. And hopefully we'll get more in the next tire. So in the next, this will bring us to the end of this episode of Parent's Guide to Winning Survival Minecraft. The next episode, we'll go find one of the towers with a ship in it, and I'll show you how to go and collect the elytra and use the elytra. So for now, we're going to sign off here. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you like this material content and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell and you'll be notified when we upload new content. And as always, have a great day if you want to.